Alright. Let's do it. Normal positioning as always on this map. That's when Dan falls. Funny. I'm gonna go back. Let's see if you could have saved. Or leave. Oh, not really. He just kind of stuck up there. Kind of threw Nate into a deflecting Genji too. Worked out in your favor though. Stuff, good positioning, good heals, nothing to complain about. Good aim too. Good ability usage, just solid play overall. You should probably try to go for more antis and dive though, because anti-targets are guaranteed death pretty much. Let's say Zarya, which they do not. Just be careful of getting eaten. Ooh, that was bad positioning, guys. That was unlucky. That's why you go for antis on dive. You shouldn't have invested nano into that if you knew that he had if you knew that he was anti. You know that, of course. Just be careful. Also on tanks, your nade, the extra healing on nade, like so your nade increases the amount of healing that you can do. So on a tank, you can nade nano someone, and it'll take them from 0 to 100, pretty much. So like say D.Va's like at 1 health, you just nade nano her, and she'll go like all the way to full health. It's pretty insane. At least close to full health, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it doubles healing, so it would take into full health. These guys talk about in general chat.
Watching your back.
I said, but then eyes. It's really dude. Here's a tidbit. When Monkey jumps in, he's most likely going to bubble when he touches the ground. So you either need to sleep him before he touches the ground, or after the bubble breaks. Or if you wanted to go, if you're inside the bubble, you can also sleep him. But if you're doing it from the outside in, you're gonna have to just wait till the bubble breaks, for obvious reasons. Another thing, you can just sleep in midair. He's a pretty predictable arc once he starts. It's not like a D.Va. It's you know like a burst and then it's just a jump.
Feeling sleepy? في الامتحان يكرم المرء أو يهان.
Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention to the last fight. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they just know that nothing. That positioning was pretty poop. Let me watch this again. For context. That was way too far. I'm gonna go forward one. When people are low like that, you most likely want to scope hit them, just because it's a guaranteed hit if you can aim. Of course, you know it's a big if. Did you have nade? Dude, I don't want to go back like a little bit. I don't want to go back within 20 seconds. No, you didn't. Oh wait, did you? Hey, you got hacked. Yeah, you were hacked. That's really unfortunate. That was a really good hack by him, because you could have probably killed Link.
في الامتحان يكرم المرء أو يهان.
Alright, so go to this fight, we have Nano Blade. And they have Trance. Just try to get the Trance out. Ooh. Ooh. Just try to get the Trance out by probably diving him before said Blade or hack him, one of the two. It's all good. Positioning's fine. Just make sure if you need to hit a heal on somebody, it's hit scan. It's scoped. Even if it slows you down a little bit, it's worth it because they need to be healed. And then you can just like shoot them twice. And then and keep moving.
I have your back.
Oof. Yeah, I forgot that we didn't have shield for that. We also didn't use EMP. I remember that. That fight wasn't your fault. You positioned well. It was the lack of an aggressive EMP that killed us.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
I don't think I've ever reviewed your Mercy.
Clearing the area. You needed a doctor? I will not waste this opportunity.
Let's coordinate our efforts.
Move back. Damage.
Yep, great cover. Yep.
You needed a bonus? Target eliminated. Schaden verstärkt. Move back.
That, yeah. That's unlucky. Oh, I shouldn't even bother skipping, should I? I'll just wait.
Immer unterbricht mich jemand. jemand bei der Arbeit.
I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm so tired.
Has arrived. Damage boost engaged.
I remember this feeling. Thanks for the assist.
Did someone call a doctor? Damage amplified. I'm here.
I'd like to see how this went down from the team's point of view. But I don't really care right now. Right now, it's just you that I care about.
I am empowered. My ultimate is ready.
This was a really bad combo here. You're like going with EMP and like no one's there. Wait, do you kill evil here? That's funny. Oh wait, it wasn't that. EMP is the next one.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Ich bin da.
Thanks for the assist.
Seconds remaining.
Time's running out. Everyone attack. Maintaining connection. Damage increased.
Why didn't... I don't understand why Leaf didn't ult there. Play the game, dude! You're nuts. That was a really ballsy GA. I didn't like that at all. You went right across her sideline. She totally could have just nailed you. This one right here. That was a really bad GA. Don't do that. It's the... I know what you were thinking. You were thinking a Widow just shot at me, and I need to GA, but you need to know where she is. Because you could have GA'd to either one of the two tanks, or like behind cart or something, and it would have been miles better than floating to ice. Because that's... I guess a Goodwill is just a death sentence. Like, you're just gonna die. And straight up.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Her head is really far in front of her when she's floating like that.
Damage boost engaged.
It's really easy to hit if you know where it is. We just don't do anything, dude. Like, we need to be like pressing Q and like pressing W, or it's not doing anything. Like, we're not taking space. We need to be demanding it, but we're not. We have the advantage. There we go.
Personne n'échappe.
Oh, Leaf is in spawn. Why was Leaf in spawn?
I will not waste this opportunity.
Whatever. It took us way too long to play it.
We need to keep the payload moving forward. Stay here.
Oh, this switch was so dumb. We sat here for like an hour. What do we play, bro?
remaining.
And Leaf has to go back in. Oh, you should have swapped too, Shawnee. Why are you still in Mercy? Oh, come on, Shawnee. You know better than that. Yeah, we just ruined that second point. It took us too long to fight. First one I'd like to go back and rewatch as well at some point. You played really well, yeah.
Victory.
Mercy, I'd watch. You're good at knowing. How do I word that? You're good at knowing who your threats are. Now you need to realize where they are and what they can do to you, and how do you avoid them doing that, if that makes sense.
Now entering the temple.
So staying on a Widow's Island, for example, like how do you GA across an area without being in a Widow's Island? Or if it's a McCree, or say like, I don't know, like a Genji, like how do you stay away from him? Well, you just have somebody really far away from you that you can GA to when he comes over, or somebody on a high ground as well. Yeah, we kind of popped on this map though, I'm not gonna lie. So in this comp, you need to be, you could be a lot more aggressive and a lot more boop happy. Not against dive, but in the mirror. In this you need to be grouped up with everybody so you can out. Why did you do that? What the heck was that? That was terrible. What the heck were you doing? You pushed... Yeah, it just looks like you pushed a little bit too far away from your tanks and then got booped, I think is what happened. Or something like that. Oh, Shawnee, wall ride, please, thank you. Jeez, it gets you places so much faster. There you go. There you go, get amped, get amped. Good stuff. Most of this stuff is team stuff, like using, like disengaging well, using speeders to disengage, that kind of stuff. There's a few things I can help you out with, probably. Like reload right now, please. One huge awful habit I have is reloading too much on Lucio. Don't get into the habit of that. What was Evil doing, dude? Kinda just like hard trolled. Oh yeah, this is when you're hiding. Yeah, right here you should be. Yep. You did the right thing. Yep. We already went over this. It's perfectly fine trading it there. So the best thing you can do in this situation is not let them build those ults in the first place, which you guys did really well. You took 3 minutes off the clock, which is all that really matters. Because they're gonna pretty much wipe no matter what when they get EMP Nano Blade. It's just gonna be a wipe. And no matter what else you have, unless you have trance, but we don't want Zen in this comp. So it doesn't matter.
Objective lost. New defense point.
Even if we did have trance, they probably wipe us anyway with EP after the Nano Blade. Or after the trance. Yeah, you playing like this in dive is fine. Playing the defensive game, it's perfect, yeah. You need to also be using your boops more liberally. They're so good. It's just like a freak. It doesn't really have a cooldown. It has like a 4-second cooldown, and it costs you no ammo. It does damage too. Hog. So like in this mirror, there's a few things that you can do. So oh, it's really gross. Dango, stop that. Oh my gosh, it's disgusting. Okay, anyway. So like right here. So after this, after they push in right side, so right here when they push in through here, this is where you're gonna look to do your whole boop things, because you can ride along the wall and then boop them in when they try to, you know, when they cross this little area, and then you can wall them off. That's what you're gonna be looking to do when we get to that point. Probably this coming week. In this comp, you're gonna be wanting to play a lot more aggressive. So you know how in Goats, like Ryan and Brig are like your best friends? In this comp, it's Reaper and Mei. You're gonna want to speed them around, heal them. You want to make sure that you're always with at least Reaper. You're just gonna be like tied to him. You're like his best friend. You're just you're there to give Reaper a speed boost. Is pretty much your existence in the mirror. You exist as a defensive ult and Reaper extra mobility for Reaper. And your team, but you know, to like disengage and engage and all that good stuff. Yeah, like stuff, so just like this, just follow Dan around. And you go for a boop like now. And then a wall, and then we wall, and yeah. Yada. Repeat. A little bit late. I know you were like circling around, but you needed to be faster. So just as a heads up, oh, it sounded really annoying. I think we solved OT. We're the best. Anyway, for future reference, usually in this meta what Mei is going to try to do is she's going to try to wall up Orisa, Blizzard, and then hold left click on Orisa to just freeze her as fast as possible. So you're going to have to, when people Blizzard, you're going to have to beat really early. Like as soon as, so the Blizzard animation works how Snowball will go in, and then he'll touch the ground, and then he'll go up, and then start the Blizzard animation. So you're gonna want to wait until the Blizzard goes up. So Snowball will go, touch the ground, and then when he comes up, you can watch it, you can see it, and it even makes a sound. He goes like "Drully," and then that's when you beat. That's your signal. It should be enough time for people to not die, who are getting frozen by Mei and the Blizzard. Alright, I'm not attached to you. Yeah, that sucks. I think we ran out of DM. Yeah, this is rough. He had to fade there, I'm pretty sure. It happens again too, you get staggered. They should push this. You guys are down your Moira. I'm not sure why they don't. So sad, dude. We waste like a good 40 seconds just waiting for him. Feels bad, man. They really should just push this though, like, I'm not sure why they aren't. There's no way if they take the fight, they lose. There's just no way. Oh, they don't have a Reaper. Yeah, never mind. I forgot they're running this weird comp. Hi! X number 1. Pretty fight winning too, TBH. I know you know this, but remember to look up when you fall in. When you like bounce. I know you know that, but just remember to do it. Yummy.
I'm on fire. You'd be wise to stay out of my sight.
Objective A captured. New defense point. Objective B.
Enemies here.
Yeah, you're a little bit faster than them. Just be careful. The neutral fight in this comp is really weird. That was a really good halt blizzard, by the way. That was insane. I literally got almost all of them. Didn't even need beat or coalescence, dude. We have both support ultis still. That's just insane. They didn't even have a chance. No way we lost that.
Initiating launch.
This beginning was wild. I don't even like. I don't remember what happened.
Ready for battle.
I'm back in the fight.
Enough waiting around, let's get out there!
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
To simulate our upcoming mission to identify their
I could have just skipped this. Whatever, it's still I know. I just felt like watching it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Stay close to me and I will protect you.
Oh, this is my jam! Yo, time!
I forgot about all this, dude. This was wild.
Check this out!
We need to use wall and shields better, though. For rotation purposes, that was not smart. Yikes. That's not worth it. You had much better positioning. Either you all needed to go, or no one.
60 seconds.
Oh, turn it up!
Stop!
Ooh!
They must have. Dan plays this fight really well. I remember watching it. Jim's on a little bit late though.
30 seconds.
Yeah, but this is fine. You staying in the middle of your team, you're booping the thing off. Yep. Fine. Let's go. Yeah, you played that well. Nice, nice. That's more of the stuff I want to see.
Victory.
So remember when we were doing the Paris defense thing and I tried Lucio and I said that the only reason for you to ever be there with the bunker was to rotate them with speed boost? That's basically what you should be looking to do in this comp. Is the only reason that you should ever be with the comp per se is when you're speeding them around, or if you're playing defensively like you have been. But realistically, in a lot of situations, there's no reason to play defensively, and you're just kind of wasting your potential. So later, I want us to try like halt boops, for example, boop walls, that kind of stuff. Like if you halt them up and then boop them all, and then wall them all, that kind of stuff. You played good though. Good beats, all the good stuff. Not really much I could say. Let's do Dorado, and then we'll be done. We'll wrap it up.
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Right, yes, I'm gonna skip forward this time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Ich kümmere mich um dich. You needed a doctor? Don't let up on them. You needed a doctor. Damage boost engaged.
Thanks. Get on my tag.
I'm taking care of them.
I don't like you playing that corner for that reason. This corner that you're in is much better.
Should be at peak performance levels.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm super jumping here. You're a huge target.
I'm taking care of them.
Forgot how well we played this. That was ballsy. Yikes. You need to wait for cooldowns to do that. You had already won the fight.
Goddess.
You could have just completely lost the fight because of that. I don't think you should hold there. I think it's a bad idea. I think you should hold in the same spot you were holding.
Like a man possessed.
Again, we could have done far too much. We're not playing corners like we should. We're kind of playing a corner, but not really.
Step rider.
Let me ask you a question, Shiny.
I'm taking care of you.
Is there anyone on the enemy team who can deal any damage to you if you're up in the air? No. That's the answer. So why are you so close to the ground? You get halted? You get stunned in some other sort. Like you look like you go right up to him, you could have gone if they're running a hog, you could have been dead. It just goes along the lines of assessing your threats and how you need to be playing. You need to be just adjusting every single game.
Mercy in the high chart.
This team has a huge problem with autopiloting.
Damage amplified.
Weapon system optimized.
Can you heal him, please? He's missing like 2 health. There you go.
Behind the barrier.
60 seconds.
You needed a goddess.
Let them up. My turn.
You should be at peak performance level.
Put it on my tab. See through the diamond.
You needed a doctor?
For your own safety, get behind the barrier.
See that which is unseen.
30 seconds remaining.
We should have held
Together,
this.
we can do this. Right beside you.
Sure, we
Maintaining
didn't.
connection.
Then let's just wipe us here with Blizzard.
Where does it go?
We don't play around though. Yeah, we just don't play around Blizzard. We don't eat it either. Oh, we couldn't have. We were running hog.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
That's unfortunate. We shouldn't have all been together. We didn't have to.
Let me show you how it's done.
I'm with you.
Maybe I used to be doing that.
You needed a goddess?
Or you even, if you think about it. If you think about an ult, please say something. And adjust accordingly. You don't have to die here. You could have gotten out. You fed 200 or more ult trade. You staggered yourself too. Really hard. You could have literally just flown away.
I
Literally.
must go where
It's
I'm
just.
needed.
Pshoo! This fight is delayed now because of you.
Step right up.
That's why we lost the card actually, is because we couldn't take the space that you allowed them to take. Because of your bad stagger.
I'm here.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it anymore. you're too smart for that, Shani. You should know not to stagger yourself.
This?
When you stagger yourself again, that is down. My consistent players aren't being very consistent. Gosh, dude, that skin is so annoying. That's why I swapped off of it a while ago. It's cool like the first time you use them, then it's just obnoxious.
Barrier activated.
I don't know why we're sitting on point. We let them take the high ground for free. They end up getting a huge advantage of it on us. We did that really poorly. They should have come first. They should have joined.
Is approaching its destination.
Let's get you healed up. I'm just getting started.
Please, don't move.
could have booted people into the blizzard. That's another thing too. You can boot people into blizzards and bombs. And blossoms. And coalescence. It's pretty much every ult that we have.
Oh, let's break it. No way we're gonna let's get patched up. Raising the volume.
We rolled on this attack, and I'm wondering how in the heck we didn't just finish it off.
0 to 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
What the heck is that noise? What is this? What the heck?
Bring it together.
What was that?
It's not my preference to see this person.
I am loving
I will
this.
see them done.
Okay, anyway.
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Up the tempo.
attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
You could go for a boop off the high ground here. There's a lot of things you could do with Lucio boobs, but you just gotta be really smart about it. You should be on. Do not be frontlining. Stop. Even if somebody's low, it doesn't matter. It's not worth your life. And again, I know you know that, so stop it. Like right now, you could push up. Move people out of position. Make them do what they don't want to do. That's what this comp is all about, really. Forcing people to do things that they don't want to do. Forcing them to places they don't want to be in. Forcing them to go through stretches of road in places that they don't want to go. That's a huge wall. I'm not sure how we didn't capitalize on that. That was close. Jeez. That was like perfect timing. I think it was legitimately perfect almost. Just for fun. Whoa, that was weird. Just for fun.
Activating self-destruct resistance. Nerf this.
Oh, Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Mecha activated.
That was pretty much as close to perfect as you're ever gonna get. That was wild. That saved you, Ice, and almost Hog. Good flipping beat, dude. Good stuff. Yeah, this is normal speed, believe it or not.
I excited the enemy.
5 minutes, and we didn't have. We have Blizzard. We have a whole ultimate above them right now. Actually, not really, because they have Blossom. Even then,
Get into position.
how we lose this is a complete mystery to me.
Surrender to my will.
That was a fat haul.
My damn.
I guess that's the first reason. Oh, no, died. That's a reason. That's unfortunate.
Let's get patched up.
There's a lot of things we could have done against that.
I'm back in the fight.
I assume I ran out of DM. The walled it. The shielded it.
Cannot stop. Let's get it moving.
Move.
Dude, this double coalescence. We maybe even should have beat there. And then just walked through. And then blizzarded.
Let's get you healed up. Take it from the top. Oh, yeah.
Now show them.
The payload is mine.
Let's get patched up.
Enemies here.
Oh, let's break it. Damn.
That's another really good beat. Jeez. You're really getting the timing on that down, bro. I'm not sure if it's worth it though, because we lose it against Blizzard. You just still aren't using ults. You've been sitting on Blizzard for 3 minutes.
Take it from the top.
I'm back in
I
the
feel like we should just wall
Stop.
bomb if we know they have it. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of this comp yet. I should actually go learn those today.
Move to the beat. Check this out.
I'm escorting the payload to
Patched up.
To my will. My keen analytical mind.
finally pushed him. 4 minutes later. Look at Warren, looking good. Good stuff, dude. Clean Warren. It's a neutral fight now.
This is gonna make you feel better.
Kind of. They also have 2 support ults. But we still lose this somehow.
Someone get that payload moving again.
Let's watch how we can manage to mess this up.
Stop.
With almost 3 ults. Just a tad late. Had another blizzard. End of the end. They used their ult second after we didn't get any value out of ours. Almost got Blossom and almost got Blizzard. Lucky. Alright. I'm gonna leave that there. Watch. What else I gotta say? Oh yeah, in that comp, I'm gonna watch like owl replays and stuff and watch what the other Lucios are doing. But for now, I'd say in the versus dive, you need to be playing defensive and moving people away that are on your DPS. What else? And then in the mirror, going for boot plays. Whether that be booping into an ultimate, booping and then walling them, booping them after a halt, whatever it might be. As far as Mercy goes, I know you're really slippery, but you're not invincible. So be careful of the... Just keep being careful of the stuff that you need to be careful for. And don't start autopiloting and just forget that there's actual threats on the enemy team. That goes for... That just goes for all your play in general. Just remember that there's people on the enemy team that can deal damage to you at all times, so don't lose sight of them. Yeah. There you go.